Evening. Well, it's been a horrible day here, and I thought, oh, I don't know what to do. You know, I can't really be bothered doing too much. I haven't got a project, and lost some videos. Stupidly lost my videos. By the way, Lloyd, look, still got your plate here. Can you see? We lost your video, didn't we? Totally lost your video of opening it. But never mind. Anyway, I thought, what can I do for a quick video? And I was just looking at wood preparation. Well, thinking I might do. I haven't really got a project this year, have I? So I was thinking I might do a little bit more turning or something. I'm just trying to think of something I can do over the winter. Anyway, I was just looking at wood preparation, and I happened to have two small pieces of this. I think it's walnut. That was the front of a piano that I used to do some of my wood turning with. So we've got two small pieces I can use. So I thought, well, what I'll do, I'm going to tell you, you know, I mean, it's a subjective thing. It's a personal choice how you do wood, isn't it? But the best way I've found, and it was shown to me by my friend and mentor Carl, that I've mentioned many times, and years ago he showed me what I think is the best. Because the thing is, most people, they get some wood. I'll go back a bit of noise for a second or two. I'm just going to give this a rough sand first, and then I'll tell you in a second. As I say, to do a proper finish, obviously you need a lot more prep than I'm going to do. But it's I've got these two little bits of hardwood that I think will serve the purpose, so we'll do that. You want to set, if you're doing it proper preparation, it wants sanding down to about 400. And because what the problem is, most people, I mean all the banisters that did, I'll just show you my banister. Right, we'll digress a second. I'm trying to make this a quick video and show you. Now, you see my banisters? I mean, I like wood. Wood's brown. I know it's out of fashion at the minute, but I like it. Now, I've not touched this for years. I mean, you can see, look, I've not touched it for years, but the bit you put your hand on, now I did that, 25 years ago, I think. Something like that. And I did it this way. And what I did, my heat gun that I was using as a blower, that I ruined for the furnace, I used that, and it takes a long time. I was 40 hours plus stripping the paint off here, and it was quite a nice history lesson, which I might tell you about sometime. But I mean, you can see, there we are. Well, that one has come pretty acceptable actually. So you're not supposed to have dust about either, and, we're doing a lot of things wrong. But we're just showing you, as I say, what I think is the best method, and it lasts, and if you can be bothered to redo it once a year, it'll keep even better. Anyway, there's two ways of doing things, as you know. What people do, they do it totally wrong, of course. They get some nitromores, and I'm checking that you can see what I'm doing. They get some nitromores, and then they pressure wash all the paint off. Well, that wets the wood. That's the first thing they do wrong. You know, that's not the way to do it, is it? You want to dry wood out, and it always gets dry and it wants oiling. So the next thing they do, then, they get some varnish. Now, I've actually got an old tin of varnish here. I don't know if you can see what that says. It's coloured gloss varnish, so it's a bit like paint, not clear varnish, but it'll do for this. And I've got a disposable brush. You're supposed to have a decent brush, so I've got a really cheap brush that I can chuck when I've finished. And then what they do, of course, they put it on like that. It's a little bit thick, this is, but it doesn't matter for the purposes of this demonstration. We don't need much. You've got to leave it about a day to dry and then sand it down and give it another coat. That's what you're supposed to do. But I just want to show you, just quickly if we can, that this is what most people do. Now, for me, it leaves a plastic finish. You know, I can't see the point of doing all the work and then making it look like plastic. It's wood, you know. And if we give that a minute or two, there's a load of lines in it, I'm using a crap brush, but if we give that a minute or two, you can still see the grain through it. That's all that matters. I could actually, I should have put it on with a cloth, you know, shouldn't I? No, me being stupid. You see? Yeah, I know very well how to French polish. I was taught it at school. Let's see if we can. There we are. That'll be better. It won't be perfect, but it will actually be better because I've got too much on. There we are. Right, if we give that a minute or two to dry, just so you can see the difference. Well, now I'll show you what Carl taught me. And I honestly believe this is the best way to do it. There's lots and lots of ways, you can use lots of different things, but what you want is some boiled linseed oil. It must be boiled linseed oil, right? And I don't know if you probably won't be able to read that actually, but I'll put some extra light on so you can see what I'm doing. Anyway, all you do is linseed oil it to start with. Let me put that out the line of sight. Yeah, you can see it. Right, we haven't quite got enough on. You do want some on. And here, I am sure there will be, you can see how dry it is because it's soaking right in straight away. Absolutely soaking it up. Wood loves oil, and if you use teak oil it even makes it shine more, you know. And like I said, you know, you put your varnish on and it'll, if it's outside it'll peel off and has to be done every year and sanded and that. Do it this way and it will probably last 10 years outside, you know. And all me, you've seen my kitchen and everywhere else I've done it all like this. And like I said, my friend and mentor taught me how to do it. So I'm not putting as much on as I would normally. Normally I would soak it and leave it quite a while to dry off a bit. But of course, as I say, this is just a demonstration to show you what I was shown to be a very good way. And then what you do is get some wax polish. Now it don't matter what wax polish you use. I've had this tin that you've seen me use before, of that briar wax. It's coloured, this is. There's different colours. I've had 2 lots and I've had it years. There's lots left. So all we'll do is, and this is where the elbow grease comes in. So you just put wax polish on it, don't matter what it is. And give it a really good coat of wax polish. And what you're supposed to do is, you know, you put your oil on, probably give it 2 or 3 coats over a couple of days, and then wax polish it. And here's your elbow grease. Look, you need lots of that. Now, the edge of this wood is not smooth because I've not, as I said, I was just showing you how to prep it, not that I've prepped it properly. And with this being, that's dark, you can probably see it's coloured, as I said. Well, with this being a dark wood, you really want a lighter wax polish, you know. But when you've given it, as I say, over a few days or weeks or a year or 2, and you've done it a few times, it gets that deep sheen to it that you want, you know. So I hope that, as I say, I'm not showing you the finished things and doing it. I'm just showing you one of the best ways to do it, where you don't have to keep redoing it, and apart from the old elbow grease to get it shiny when it's done, wax does shine up well, it protects it, and it doesn't need doing very long. So what I'm going to do now is just see if I can position the camera somewhere where it's going to be, show you the difference without the light catching. There maybe. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm trying to just shade a bit of the light, stop it glaring too much without getting too close. But if you can see the difference now, like I said, that one's the blooming varnish, your plastic coating, and that one's the natural coating. And there's lots of ways of doing it, lots of different products, no end. You know, it's purely down to personal choice. But there's just a tip that I was given, when I was in my 40s, wasn't I? Yes, in my late 30s, when he went from being an engineer to a cabinet maker. And that's what I was taught, so I thought you might just be interested to see that. Right, thanks a lot. We'll see if we can come up with something else soon.